Ladies and gentlemen, my name is In the Game Kaya, and welcome to ITGK Survives Arc Day by Day. I am so close to fighting the Megapithecus, and I actually do fight it in this episode. That's the positive. There is a negative, and we'll get to that. But we have some things to grind for first. Yeah, I suffered a major setback in the making of this episode. It was a huge headache that comes after the boss fight. But I also knew that in order to fight the Beta and Alpha Megapithecus, I was going to need that nicer Rex saddle. So it doesn't fit in a smithy. I need the Tek Replicator. And if I do the Gamma Megapithecus, I will have enough element that I can create a Tek Replicator and then build the saddles in the Tek Rep. And then I don't have to worry about the slot or go grinding for another Rex saddle that costs less material. So what you're seeing me do is grind up a bunch of cementing paste, a bunch of obsidian, a bunch of metal. I'm crafting hard poly. I did see this Quetzal flying over the base as well. So I sicked carrier pigeon on it and just followed this Quetzal through the air, bouncing around, trying not to have my vision stuck on my parachute, and just continuing to shoot it with trank arrows when I could. And I did chase it all the way into the redwoods, up the mountain, through the trees. Thankfully, no thylacoleos. Missed probably more than half of my shots, would not be surprised. And finally got this thing down just as it was about to leave the redwoods. So I was able to get this thing knocked out, and then I kibble tamed it. And I had to make extra kibble. I didn't have quite enough on hand to finish it, so I went home and made some more, and then came back and sat by it and watched it tame. It took a while. I have learned over time not to just sit next to arc tames, but to just kind of let them starve out as long as they don't need torpor babysitting, because it helps if their taming effectiveness gets damaged. You can let them wake up and knock them out again or whatever. And yeah, at this point, the Dino gun was still working. Yeah, at some point in the filming of this video, it just kind of stopped working, and I wasn't able to use it anymore. It was while I was working on the Rex army for the boss fight, and it just was like, oh, man, now what? Why is it not? Because then I had played on my server, and it was still working fine over there, but now it's not working fine over here. I'm throwing out the Rexes to get them to all grow up as close to each other as possible. I'm pulling meat into the trough because these things eat a ton. Look at the meat go down. But yeah, so it was a lot of grinding of meat, and once I realized they weren't going to starve, they'd grow up fine, I went ahead and flew out, because if I'm going to do the boss fight, I need to make sure that I clear all the caves again. So we are back clearing those same caves for the Megapithecus once again. Farming up more Megalania toxin, slowly making our way through the caves. I'm not really loot running the caves this time. This cave at least. But I wanted to make sure I killed as many Megalania as I could so I could get as much toxin as possible. Making sure to get the artifacts. That's one of the 3 that I need to do the Beta Megapithecus, because the first 3 are going to go for the Gamma. So if I don't have all the apex drops right away, it's not going to matter. Like, as you can see here, it's not working. And I thought that maybe they were just too close together and the gun wasn't working right, but the whole mod started to work more and more weird as time went on in this episode. I don't know what was going on. And yeah, since I'm doing Gamma, I'm just making primitive Rex saddles. That was my plan. I just got enough resources for the basic saddles. We'll do the boss fight, and then I will do the, make the nice saddles and do the boss fight again on Beta and hopefully even Alpha. But I didn't level grind these Rexes at all. I just grew them up, let them heal up, and then walk them over here, and then we're going to throw them all out get them all situated, and none of them have saddles right now. All the saddles are on carrier pigeons, so I gotta, you know, saddle them up one by one, walk them into place as tight as I can, go grab more saddles and come back, and get ready for this boss fight. And this is one boss fight, like the only one I had done before was the Broodmother, Gamma and Beta. So everything we do from this point on is brand new territory for me. I'm running caves I've never ran before, taming creatures I've never tamed before, and fighting bosses I've never fought before. So I knew the Gamma wasn't going to be a problem. I didn't even bother recording live commentary for the Gamma Megapithecus, which if I had lost, I would have regretted not doing live commentary. But so surely, I mean, these Rexes aren't amazing, and they're running primitive saddles, but Gamma Broodmother was so easy. Surely Gamma Megapithecus will be just fine. I have more than enough to handle whatever this thing throws at me. And just run over there, and I want to get these things situated a little bit differently. I was kind of hoping that the Megapithecus would get trapped and then could get surrounded by my T-Rexes, but he ended up coming out to meet me, and the Rexes weren't quite situated where I wanted them to be, but it still wasn't really an issue. Maybe if I do the beta or the alpha, I'll be a little bit more careful about where exactly I put them and how I get this guy in. But he doesn't even care about me. He's just going straight for the Rexes. So once he gets in there, I just whistle them on, and it didn't even take that much time at all. The Rexes just ate down his health bar super, super fast. And they did start to look just a little bit bloody. So having a Deodon probably would have been a good idea, because I don't have a Deodon with me. That is how most people build their boss armies: Rexes, Utis, and the Deodon. But I didn't want to have to bother with that. I was not concerned about this at all, which I said several times, I know, but still. I just wanted the elements so that I could just keep grinding for the Tek Rep, because this is all just part of the Tek Rep grind. This isn't part of the challenge right now. The challenge comes the next time I fight it. We'll see how well I do then. But yeah, as you can see, it's almost dead. There's no way we're going to lose. I don't even end up losing a Rex. The thing goes down, and I get the note for it. You can go and pick up the elements, and we will be out of here and on our way back home. And at this point, all I need for that Tek Rep, I have the crystal, I have the metal, I have the poly, I have the element. The only thing I am missing is the black pearls. So just come in and throw my creatures away back in the terminal, and I did not realize how much pain the Dino Depot mod was going to cause me. If I had known this, I would have stuck to using cryopods. Believe you me. I was over the moon when I added this thing, and I was like, oh, this is going to make breeding so easy. And here I am double checking the resources for the Tek Rep to make sure I have everything but the pearls, which I do. So I need to go and go grind up more black pearls in the ocean. But the Dino Depot mod had become, I don't know if it's corrupted, if there's a save file issue or what, but it started to cause me problems. I set out on the first day, and at this point, like, my Dino Depot gun is still not working, but it's not really too much of an issue. I'm just throwing the dino balls instead of using the gun. I did find one Tuso while I was out, and I was able to kill it with my sharks and get these black pearls. There's not too many in there, 36, 39, somewhere around there. I think it's a little bit different with each Tuso that you kill. I might be wrong on that, but and yeah, the gun doesn't even work to pick up bags like it was doing before either. So not just creatures, it can't pick up bags either. If I remember right, I was out of, yeah, I was out of stamina, and I had to put my scuba flippers on in order to be able to move in the water. So there's 36 black pearls and some absorbent substrate, which I will never get to see again. And I decided to, since I was out in the ocean, to go and do the Cave of the Brute again, which is an absolute cakewalk on this Basilo. At this point, it's got enough levels in health and melee. This was the only time I was even remotely concerned in the whole cave, and it ended up being nothing. Just took some time to kill the Electrophorus, the Cnidaria, and other things. I got the Artifact of the Brute, and I was able to make it back. I did take the time before I went home to swim through other portions of Ark's ocean, and it's just a lot of footage of me swimming through the water, seeing nothing. So I cut most of it, because I couldn't find another Tuso. And now I'm doing the Artifact of the Pack. This is the third and final artifact we'll need to do the beta once we get around to that. So the Beta Megapithecus, now that this episode's done, that's probably next on my list, and that means grinding up a lot of Rex saddles, getting the Rexes leveled up, and doing all of that. But I think that's very much possible, very doable in one episode. So I get my Artifact of the Pack here. And yeah, I was continuing to have problems. I was being very careful about when I would Dino Ball my creatures, because it was being really weird. It was acting really weird. And it was about to get really, really bad. And I didn't realize how bad it was going to get. Because I do keep a backup save before I start working on an episode. But that save, and Ark will save automated backups every so often. That backup save wasn't going to save me. Here's when it got real bad. The first thing I noticed. I was headed out to get more black pearls, and the game crashed. The game crashed. I loaded back up, and I was able to get out just fine. I figured, oh, it's Ark. It crashes. I can't go back home now. The crash happened because of something at my base, and it's related to the Dino Depot mod. So here I am fighting in Alpha Megalosaurus, and this is going to give me 100 black pearls. It took forever to kill this thing, and a Tuso came over and said hello while I was in the middle of doing it, and that's the last of the black pearls I need. Get the Alpha Mosa down, get the Tuso down, black pearls from both, and we're on our way home. The Dino Depot mod was trying to cryo one of the creatures at my base automatically. And the terminals somehow started crashing my game every time I would get close. I tried again and again and again. I think I tried like 10 different times to get back home. I could not. Back to previous save backups. Nothing. I could not leave and come back home. It's over. It's done. The only way to fix it is to wipe the save and remove the base. Even like cheat flying doesn't work. So I have to build a new base. Here you go.
Years of sweat and tears now gone. Dreams shattered by the break of dawn. But I'm not beaten, I'm not done. The fight within has just begun. Dust and rubble at my feet, heart still pounding to the beat. Brick by brick I'll make it right. Rise again into the night. Oh, lost it all but not my fire. Phoenix rising from the pyre. No surrender to the fall. in doubt I leave behind. Clearer vision, stronger mind. With each step and every stride, glory's just a step beside. Lost it all but not my fire. Phoenix rising from the pyre. No surrender to the foe. Echoes of my battle call. I must rebuild from the ground. Find the strength to turn around. Every piece and every scar make me shine like a star. Lost it all but not my fire. Phoenix rising from the pyre. No surrender to the foe. Echoes of my battle call. I must rebuild from the ground. Find the strength to turn around. Every piece and every scar make me shine like a star.
So, I spent the last several hours, not all in one sitting, not all in one session, but I rebuilt the base and gave myself back all the important stuff at least. I do think I actually made this like one piece of a circle wider than it was before. I didn't count. Of course, I was going off of footage, but I have all my stuff down here. So I spawned in stuff that's of the same quality as what I had before. And the only saddles I have in here are the Megatherium saddle and the Rex saddle. I think that's about what I had. I need to double check that again, actually go back and check that old footage, and if so, I can spawn a lower quality one if it was if that's too good. I'm pretty sure that Rex saddle is actually worse than the one that I had before. Most of this stuff is. And in terms of saddles themselves, all I have left in here is the Rhino saddle, which I pulled out of a drop in the Cave of the Immune. All the other saddles are gone. I don't have any spare armor. I don't have any spare weapons. And I was able to find a footage of my tribute inventory from when I was doing the boss earlier this episode. And so I went ahead and copied it all over. So we should have the correct tribute there. If I messed anything up, let me know. All these vaults, flint, stone, thatch, wood, they're all empty. I'm going to have to fill them all up. I do have some metal. I had all the stuff prepped for the Tek Rep, and I got the end of the black pearls, the last of the black pearls. I don't remember exactly how much. It was like in the 150s or 160s. I only spawned in 150. So that is just enough. And I had more polymer than this. I had like 1200 polymer. I have just enough polymer here, just enough metal, and just enough black pearls to build the Tek Replicator, because I had just finished grinding for that and I don't want to do it again. This is the exact amount of element that I had, and here's a Mastercraft assault rifle. It's not ascendant like the ones that I got out, but the damage percentage is roughly the same, so yeah. And yeah, so that should be it. I did make new recipes, which are in here. I spawned in a handful of each of the foods. Only one Mind Wipe tonic, though. And then I spawned into pheromones because I had 2 of them on me when my base got wiped. And I've been working on getting some kibble up. I did spawn in a handful of shocking trank darts. I haven't put up a water tap in here yet. But let's go make ourselves that Tek Replicator and finish this base. And once we put it in, we come back and put it in, and I will show you what the base looks like. Okay, we should have enough crystal. Honestly, I probably don't actually need it anymore, but I might as well have, since I was grinding for it anyway. And I would have finished grinding for it, even though I don't need it now. I did before I got that new Rex saddle, and I'm not even sure still if that new Rex saddle will fit in a smithy. I'm not even going to bother doing the math. And here we are. What time is it? Save. And I'll switch it back when I'm done. So here we have the tower. Oh yeah, another mistake I made. The door is supposed to be here. Or here. I think it's supposed to be right there. And it's actually one segment over. I put it on the wrong side. But yeah, I went ahead and painted the whole thing too. But let's show you the upper floors. So I didn't bother spawning in the extra beds, the trophy case, and you may have noticed the greenhouse is missing. And that's because I put greenhouse glass on the roof of the tower, so the farm is now on the ceiling. So there's a lot of space down here right now. Come down here, and we've got our industrial forge in once again. I still don't have a grinder. I should get one at some point, especially with all of that stuff I was grinding up. And then up on the top floor, which I decorated this with the wasteland skin that just came out. Here is the dartboard kind of pattern that I was going for. And there's the farm over there. And our dung beetle. Right here. You making fertilizer? So we've got our berries here. Our crops here. And our beehive here. And yeah, I lost all the honey. And so I put this roof on the... with the angled sections up here, so it's kind of like a dome, and the Tek Rep is going to go up here. Right there. So, since we're not using Dino Depot, thankfully, we did have a cryo fridge and cryopods made already. And here are our water tames. I don't want to leave them out, and I can't keep them in Dino Balls. So there we go. We've got our anglerfish. We've got our basilo. So we'll be using cryopods to haul everything around now once again. And so I'm probably going to need to grind up some more cryopods. But yeah, we don't have much in terms of resources, but we do have a Tek Replicator, and that's the important thing. So, we've already fought the Megapithecus once. I think it's about time we do it again. And we still have one ocean cave and 2 snow caves yet to run. So, what still to do? I have no idea what day it is in the day count, but day 100 mark is approaching ever quicker. Plus, I'm now playing on the shortened day count. So, yeah, that's going to be a tight window if I'm going to try and get Tech Cave cleared before day 100. We'll see if I make it. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe and ring the bell to be notified when future episodes of this and my other series go up. And with that being said, I will see you in the next episode.